Welcome back. Well, a strong call from President Cyril Ramaphosa today, saying that people must fight crime and not fight migrants in his weekly newsletter. He's also lambasted people who are not police officers who are trying to take the law into their own hands, saying this morning that it's wrong for people to claim that some must prove that they are South African or living here legally. He said forcing people to carry a piece of paper is like the dompas, the pass during apartheid. Meanwhile, in Durban over the weekend, it appears there was a relatively small number of people who attended what was the Durban launch of the Operation Dudula movement, an organisation which says it wants people who are living here illegally to be removed. Gugu Ncube is the deputy chair of the women's desk at the African Diaspora Global Network. Gugu, good afternoon to you. I hope you've seen what the president said today. It's a strong comment. Do you believe people are listening to President Ramaphosa on this issue?
Good afternoon to you. Thank you for giving us this opportunity to be heard. Firstly, I don't believe the president himself is genuine. The reason why I'm saying so, the president comes out and says one statement. His ministers come out and say a different statement. So who is fooling who there? I don't believe that the president is sincere and genuinely dealing with this matter of the attack on the migrants. Secondly, I don't believe that South Africans are really willing and ready to listen to the president. The reason why the president is not addressing the real issues that are affecting South Africans. The president is just addressing the outcomes of what is happening. But what are the causes of those? The president is ignoring that. I don't believe that there is any sincerity there, and the people are listening to the president.
I would imagine that some people listening to you right now may say, that may be true, it may not, but the root cause of this problem is that there are foreign nationals living in South Africa who do it illegally, and we all know that that is true.
Coming to the legality of migrants in South Africa, first of all, I want to say there are almost close to 250,000 asylum and refugees in South Africa. That is number one. We need to remind each other that the refugee offices have been closed for quite some time, probably since the beginning of COVID-19. So people are not able or were not able to renew their documentation. Secondly, there is a backlog of asylum backlog at the Home Affairs of about 153,000 applications. The Minister of Home Affairs is not looking at all those, but is coming hard on the migrants and claiming that they don't want to be documented and they are illegally in the country. Whereas he's not addressing the issue of backlog. He's not addressing the issue of asylum and renewals. People want to be documented. For example, another example I will bring to you is that with the issue of special skills permit, I have met almost 5 people that have so far tried to navigate from the ZEP to the special skills permits, but they've all been turned down. So I think South Africa needs to start being realistic with herself. South Africa needs to start confronting the real issues that are affecting South Africa. The real issues are not the number of migrants or foreign nationals living and working in South Africa. The real issues are social issues, and the migrants are not the cause of all this.
Okay, I accept what you say about social issues, but I don't think you can deny that even before COVID-19, even before the backlog started at Home Affairs for asylum seeker applications, before all of that, there were foreign nationals living in South Africa illegally. Surely, Gugu, you're not going to deny that.
Definitely, I'm not going to deny that, but what I'm going to deny is that foreign nationals are intentionally being illegally in South Africa. They are not. The Home Affairs system is upside down, is dysfunctional. The minister himself is incompetent because the minister, I have sat in various meetings with the minister himself, and we have brought forward all these issues that I'm bringing forward to you. The minister is not doing anything about it. And coming out claiming that the foreign nationals don't want to be documented is false and is misleading to the world out there. For example, a person comes to South Africa. They have run away from a certain country, from persecution or whatsoever. They report to the Home Affairs. An official demands 100 rands. Where do you expect that person to get the money from? People don't have money. They have walked all the way from their home countries. And at the end of the people will find no reason for going to Home Affairs, because when they go there, they are further victimized. And we need to address that as a community and stop running away from the real issues.
How worried are you, Gugu, that there's going to be more violence? We saw Operation Dudula trying to organize itself, having launched in Durban at the weekend. How worried are you that we're going to see more violence against foreign nationals and perhaps, in some cases, foreign nationals responding with violence too?
I'm very worried because South Africa doesn't seem to be seeing where South Africa is going to. It's very worrying because this is exactly how Zimbabwe started, taking the law into her own hands, and people thought they are sitting above the constitution until we got to where Zimbabwe is today. South Africans allowing and worshipping this vigilantism, most of them, actually, I wouldn't say all South Africans, most of the people are worshipping and praising the vigilantism. Wait until all foreigners have left the country, and now it's Zulu fighting a Xhosa fighting a Venda fighting a Pedi. Then South Africa will know that foreign nationals were never an issue here. And having said that, South Africa is actually receiving money that is allocated from the United Nations for refugees and asylum seekers. But the same South Africa chowing that money for the refugees and asylum seekers is driving those people away. I want to implore South Africa and say, South Africa, hand over the refugees and the asylum seekers back to the United Nations. Let the United Nations take care of that department instead of you chowing the money meant for those people at the same time harassing them the way you are harassing them. Further to that, I remember a few years ago, President Mbeki went to Zimbabwe and he came up with a report that there is no crisis in Zimbabwe. Should President Mbeki had been honest at that time with the situation that was faced by the Zimbabweans, we wouldn't be here. Probably the world would have come up and helped Zimbabwe to deal with whatever their challenges were. Zimbabweans and many foreign nationals in South Africa right now, they've got nowhere to run to. I'll give you an example. We've got a vice president of Zimbabwe that claims that citizens must be crushed like lice. Citizens run away from being crushed like lice. They come and seek refuge in South Africa. Then they are set alight. They are bribed. Who is going to stand up for all those people that are running from their countries? I want to implore with SADC, United Nations and African Union, and say, leaders, it's time you convene. It's time we face the situation of migration head on, truthfully, honestly, and earnestly, without buying each other's faces.
Gugu Ncube, thank you, Deputy Chair of the Women's Desk at the African Diaspora Global Network.